you just gotta keep finding the right opportunities, because I think, honestly, I think that, and I think that cop stuff helped us get our kind of name out into the agency more than anything else we had done up to that point, because people were like, oh, you know, look at, this is nice work that these guys brought in from a non-existing client, so they're willing to give us more real assignments, you know, that we can actually do some better work on. So.
Anyone else? Okay.
I brought cards.
Oh, good, because you were supposed to, or you're supposed to bring back some books or
yeah,
connect.
my creative director definitely wants to see some people, because I know that we've got some projects coming up. I know that we just won the launch of the Wynn Casino has a second tower going up called Encore, and it's like, you know, I don't even know, like, you know, $4 billion casino. And we won the launch for that, so they're putting like $20 million into their ad budget, and that's just production. I think they're going to spend like $2 million on one TV spot, which is insane. Like those 4 spots that you just saw, we probably spent 1.5 on those 4 spots. So $2 million on one spot, that's like where you can, you know, buy that Rolling Stone soundtrack you want for the spot and shoot in Bali or wherever the hell you want to shoot at, you know. Like, and Steve Wynn he's the guy that owns it. He's retarded, like money-wise. So if he likes the idea, like. I already told my boss, I'm like, I have this idea where we, Tony and I, go on a plane with Steve Wynn, his private jet, all over the world, and we shoot him in all these places, and then that's the end. And so, I'm like, if anybody else comes up with that, you heard it here first from me, because I want to shoot that. So, I know that we just won that, and I think there's this offshoot of Zappos.com that they're doing that I think we're starting to do some work for. There's a couple other things coming up, so I know that they're going to be hiring pretty soon. I think they're looking for a writer in Phoenix, which is a smaller, I mean, I think our office in Phoenix is maybe like 40 people, but they do some decent work, and actually our Salt Lake office does some decent work, which is like a weird location. I mean, if you like Mormons, but they got something into one show this last year, so they're doing decent work up there. So you never know. I mean, might as well take a shot. Plus, if you get in somewhere if you get in somewhere like if I'm in Vegas, but we had an office in Chicago, if I'm tired of Vegas, I would just say, hey, move me to Chicago. And usually, if they like you, they're going to move you. So even if you get into like, you know, R&R here or something, like you guys probably all know Greg Christensen. He was here working at R&R forever, and he just moved to Geneva because they're in the same same family of agencies, and you can just move around. So if you get in somewhere you don't like, go put in a year or two, try to make them think you're worthwhile, and then tell them you want to move to a different office. I wish R&R had a cooler office, but I'm not going to go live in Salt Lake City. So.
Where are you thinking, like city-wise?
I don't know. I was thinking like at first I was starting to like limit myself and on where I wanted to look, but honestly I don't even care anymore. I'm just going to send my stuff wherever because I'm willing to look and see what's out there, because you never know. Like I said, I didn't expect to go to Vegas, so who knows? I'll go wherever. As long as I just want to go somewhere where I respect the people who I'm working under, and the client either has done or has the capacity to do some good work. I mean, I don't want to go somewhere just because I like the city, because you're going to be spending 10, 12 hours of your day out of the week, every day out of the week at your agency, so you might as well like that just as much as you like the city you're living in. So.
I got a question, actually. I don't know if you can answer this or not.
Yeah.
This might be way down the line, but like if you were to do that whole process for like another country, do you know
I don't even know. Honestly, because that's one thing too I was looking into. I'm like, I want to look internationally. I know that there's recruiters that you can look into, but honestly, like, it's a weird deal, man. I think sometimes, like, because those shops in London and Amsterdam, they're like, they think even the ones that aren't good think they're so good, and so they pull over U.S. talent only because they're pulling guys from White and Crispin and Goodby, and they're pulling those guys. They
like
just call them up and ask them. Yeah, they call them up and ask them, basically. But like some of them, like Fallon and Wyden, they have offices in other places, and so people live there and they move over there. But I don't even know, honestly. It's something I've been trying to look into too. So if I find out, I'll let you know. Honestly, like you could even look, because there's some decent shops up in Canada. It sounds weird, but Vancouver. It's 2 hours, 2-3 hours from Seattle or something like that. I mean, it's in a cool part of the country, and then Toronto, obviously, is just a big here. I mean, Zig obviously has an office here in Chicago. They have a sister office in Toronto, and I think they hire out of both. So one thing there is you can contact Kevin Lynch over at Zig, say, hey, I'm interested, but you know, you have any positions in, you know, instead of your book, obviously they need to like you first. But then if they like you, say, I'm kind of interested in Toronto, what do you got going on up there? Does anybody there have any contacts? And man, you never know. The photographer that shot this stuff used to be a creative director in Australia. And so he still has a bunch of contacts down there. He just sent me an email with a bunch of stuff. So you just gotta, yeah, you never know where you're gonna get contacts, and you just gotta, even if it's just some copywriter somewhere, call them and get them to give you the name of the creative director you need to call. You know, it's kind of like cold calling people, and it sucks, but you know, you have to sell yourself, so might as well hoard out.
Hoard out internationally.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, I imagine because a lot of people don't do that, so then they probably don't see a lot of American, you know,
yeah,
books.
It's weird. Like I was talking actually, one of my creative directors at R&R, he just moved to Berkeley in New York, and so I was asking him about it, and he's like, you know, honestly, when I was looking on it, he's like, I try to get contacts too, because it's just it's a weird jump, because you know, it's not the same. Everybody's so insulated here. You work with all the same directors and producers and production companies and edit houses and stuff, and everybody's, you know, all confined within the U.S. But I don't know. I'm trying to find out too, so let me know.
Yeah.
But like I said, I brought cards, so if you guys want to grab them, and then if you've got your book done, you know, send me PDF or send me a link to your website, or let me know you're done, and you can mail your book out to me, and I'll make sure I get it in front of the right people. That's all I can do.
Cool. Well, Glenn, thanks so much
Oh, yeah, no
for stopping by.